is up, everybody? It's Sam, and we are back with another episode of Pessimistic at Best, the podcast. And I have James on the pod.
What's up?
Hey, James.
Hello, Sam.
Oh, crazy.
Loud? Too loud?
No.
Just calling you Sam?
Just saying my name back to me.
Yeah, why would I do that?
Something you don't normally do.
How's it going?
I'm doing awesome. How are you?
I'm doing so incredible.
I haven't really talked to you today. What's up with you?
Yeah, we were both pretty busy. I don't know. Chilling. It was a good day. Got some work done. Got some tacos.
James got some gigs, you guys.
I got some gigs. Yeah, probably last time we were talking on here. You were
No
telling me I gotta
gigs.
get some no gigs. I never had a gig.
Gigless.
Never. I would never be gigless.
So now James has some gigs, which is cool.
Yep.
And something new and cool and different about me is I can't be a certain level on my game.
Yeah, it's been plaguing you for like 3 days
I'm going
now.
to tell you the level.
Is it? It's been like actually a week.
No, I think I've only been on this level for probably like 4 days.
Every time I look over at you, you are playing this level, and I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" You're like, "Oh, I can't beat my game." I'm like, "Okay, bye."
I'm on level 593. It's a hard level, which is signified by these flames.
Of what game?
Of 2 dots, where I have spent the majority of my time. I love this game. It's so fun.
Yeah, you wanted to go home so bad to see your parents, and all you did was play 2 dots. Nah, that's an exaggeration.
Part of hanging out with, but the beautiful thing about hanging out with family is it's just kind of existing in the same space.
So true.
I mean, you have to play a little bit of catch up sometimes,
Yeah.
obviously, but like it's kind of, family is meant to be people who you can just kind of be in a room with and none of you are speaking to each other.
Yeah. No, I think that's super true.
It's so nice.
It was a nice visit.
Yeah, I think I needed it. Something was going crazy cuckoo wrong with me. I think maybe I was just having a period situation, but I was really sad.
Yeah, you were in a mood for sure.
It was so sad. And sometimes you just can feel it in your heart and soul that you just need to go home.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to see the family.
Plus, we haven't been able to travel as much because our son was diagnosed with diabetes.
Because we have a diabetic cat.
Because we have a diabetic son.
Yeah, he's a handful.
And so one place that you can travel with 2 cats, even if one of them has diabetes, is your parents' house.
As everyone knows.
So a really cool thing is you can actually do a lot of different cool stuff at your parents' house.
Sometimes, yeah, if you're lucky enough to
Yeah.
have that situation.
Cool parents.
Yeah,
Chris and Jeff, shout out.
it was a fun weekend.
It was nice. It was also just like, I don't know. It was chill to go home. We didn't really do much. We celebrated my dad's birthday, 65, if you can believe.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I for sure thought he was 64, maybe even 63.
Yep. Nah, this is the year he's on Medicare.
Crazy. So officially an old man.
Yep.
So, but that's cool.
Yeah, it was good for 65.
Aging is a blessing.
It is.
He was looking a little older to me. Dad, if you're listening, no offense, basically.
He was looking 65.
Right.
Well, that's all right.
Those things happen. But it was nice and, you know, just silly to be home for a little bit. We had to stop at the PetSmart. We made huge moves.
Huge, crazy moves.
Where we decided instead of bringing all of our stuff home every single time that we have to bring the cats home, which now is pretty much every time.
Yeah, we're going to have to stop them there a lot.
Yes. Now we just bought them a whole setup.
Kinda,
Litter
yeah.
box, food
some
bowls,
Yep.
you know, the whole shebang.
Hell yeah. It'll be nice.
So that's chill. And we got Misha a cool
And-
new shirt,
Yeah.
a cool new outfit.
And a new cat tree tower thing for my
Our house.
office, which they already love.
Yeah.
It's working out perfectly.
Pretty cool.
It's funny because those are, a lot of cat toys, they'll be like, they play with the box more than the actual toy.
I mean, for sure. I would say for pretty much every toy that you've ever bought.
Yeah, I've gotten some duds for sure. But this one, or like most cat towers, I feel like they're like, oh no, I can really sit on this.
Well,
Like this is made for sitting,
if
so
you
they
think
like it.
about how it is technically a glorified box.
So true. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just want something that they haven't seen before that they can sit on and consider it theirs now.
So fun to sit. We
Oh,
have
yeah?
that in common with cats. I love to sit.
Yeah, I gotta stop sitting.
Sitting is awesome.
Sitting is the new smoking.
Right, but it's so fun.
It's too fun.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when we got new office chairs. Yeah, I get like one gig and we like start losing all our money again.
It's so fun to spend it. I love spending
But we
money.
actually really needed new office chairs. Like we were on some fucking loser ass chairs that you thought were cute that were just
all
so
right.
bad.
No need to throw daggers.
They were so bad for sitting in every day. Like they definitely fucked our backs up a little bit.
I mean,
our
totally.
necks. You couldn't swivel in them. At first, I was getting these new ones. We were looking into the different options. I was like, I don't even know if I wanted to swivel.
Right.
And now that I can, I'm like, oh no, this is like necessary for your body. Because if you're just straining your neck left and right
True.
without actually swiveling your body, it's really bad for you.
See, but I have this problem where no matter what, even the swivel means I think I'm straining in some way, shape, or form.
Well, it's good to move.
Because I type off to the side.
It's good to be able to just move in a lot of directions.
I think for me, the swiveling is fun more than anything else, but I am having a situation where I can't stop swiveling in my Zoom meetings.
That's awesome.
Which I think makes me look unprofessional.
Right, you look like a little kid.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So coworkers weigh in.
Yep. What are we thinking?
But no, I do love my chair. I feel instant support.
Oh my God.
What a beauty it is to be supported.
It was so true. It was like sitting on wood. Like, I don't know why you got those and why we had them for 4 years or probably longer.
Okay. First of all, at the time, we lived in one room.
Mm-hmm.
Our entire home was one room.
So true.
And we just needed a place to sit, and I didn't want them to be ugly. And I had an in-office job at the time.
Right. You're like, I don't give a fuck about this loser in his desk 20 hours a day.
So that's your problem. But shout out to Joe Venuta, because seriously, you were right about the ergonomics.
No, he wasn't fucking around. He's like, you need this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was right.
So yeah, ergonomic chairs, you guys, no joke. In 2025, everybody should have one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and if you haven't heard that
we're
yet,
starting that. Yeah.
And actually, you can get relatively affordable, relatively cute ones from Branch.
Yeah, put that shit on layaway.
Seriously,
like we did. You're set.
yeah, it's epic.
Yeah.
I love layaway. Oh, you guys, something major that happened in our household is James has now he is not one but 2 credit cards.
I don't like it so far.
No, don't be lame.
I thought I was like, oh man, I got so much cash, and I'm like, oh no, I have to pay a bunch of money in 20 days.
We're getting hella points.
We're trying to get the points, and I hate that spending money is gamified. Like,
Misho, show off your shirt.
capitalism is just so far gone. We're fucked, man. Like, why is this a game? Like, I'm trying to just exist.
Says the guy who designs games for a living.
Yeah, games that are meant. Life is a game in a way, but it shouldn't be. Should just
okay, everybody.
be existing. Yeah, look at this.
If you're watching the YouTube
So
episode,
fire.
you can see Misho's new drip.
Seinfeld shirt.
Basically, we felt like his winter sweater, he might be a little hot while we're at the house.
Yep.
And so we wanted to get him a t-shirt, and limited options at the PetSmart. So we went with an extra small Seinfeld t-shirt. And I think it's a bit too small. He's definitely having sort of a Pooh Bear moment. But he's so handsome.
He looks great. I love that was like the only branded thing there.
Yeah.
Why?
Right.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Larry David was like, we need this shit in PetSmart.
Oh my goodness. And they had guinea pigs out of the PetSmart. So cute. Almost
we were
went home with
dangerously
one.
close to buying one.
I've never been like, I don't really want to own a rodent.
Right. It's
But
more
they
just
are
like
so
little thing in your
cute.
head, yeah.
I
They
think
are.
I think it'd be fun for like 1 week.
Right. Yeah. If you need one that we have, if you have one that we need to pet sit,
Sure.
holler at us.
Totally.
Sorry, stumbled over my words as our cats were attacking each other.
Yeah, they're doing this crazy thing where they're constantly in a fight. It's really sick.
It's so bad.
Lots of hissing.
Can you guys just get over it and be friends again?
I know, seriously. Siblings.
Like you were for the first 12 days of your life?
Siblings are dating. Neither are sworn enemies.
Yeah.
So anyway,
So
something else cool. Seriously, why is there always an emergency while I'm recording a podcast?
I think there's just constantly emergencies.
It was actually funny being at my parents' house and being just like back in Madison and in a suburb.
Mm-hmm.
It felt so quiet.
Yeah, that's true. You're outside, you're like, nothing's happening.
I've gotten so used to the noise.
Totally.
Even when I was in my hotel when I was traveling for work, I like opened my window up and like, you know, there was all this noise coming from the highway and like even just like people being down by the pool and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I was also trying to stay on my schedule. So I was going to sleep relatively early.
Okay.
to account for the time change. And there was so much noise, but I don't know. I liked it. Like it felt better to me than trying to sleep in complete silence.
Yeah, I hear you. You're just such a city gal.
I know.
Oh.
Sue me.
Oh my gosh. The romantic city.
Well, and something so crazy about our cool city is that we experienced my first ever dust storm.
It was dusty.
It was dusty as fuck.
And it was so weird how specific or like how concentrated it was.
Yeah.
Because they told us
No dust
2
in
hours
Madison.
ahead, they're like, hey, at 8:30, there's a dust storm. That shit lasted like 30 minutes to an hour and it was just gone.
Yeah.
I was like, where
is the
why
dust?
is there one little pile of dust?
Yeah.
You know, like that thing that rolled through New York like a year or two ago.
That hazy.
Yeah, that smoke. That lasted days.
So true.
What's this dust doing for 30 minutes here?
Oh, I didn't even know that we, as a city of Chicago, had access to dust.
Where'd you get that?
Where's this dust coming from? So it got a little dusty.
Yeah, it did.
And then my Uber was $50 because the buses shut down
When?
because of the dust storm.
Oh, our Uber?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's like, where'd you
I
go?
purchased
I
it.
was like, we were together for that.
So yeah, that's why it was so expensive.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That sucks.
Well, because some friends we were going to our friend Annie's birthday party. Shout out Annie, happy birthday. And some friends who were even closer, their Uber was going to be like $70.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn. That's fucked up.
Which I am kind of like, I don't really get why the buses need to be shut down because frankly, then everybody has to just drive.
They're like, hey, our professionals can't do this one.
Yeah.
You guys are going to have to tackle this one
Yeah,
yourselves.
let's get the novices on the roads.
Yep. That's funny.
Speaking of novice drivers,
Yes.
I drove.
Shout out. That was
I
amazing.
drove all the way home and back because James made me.
And I got back and it was kind of a test, you know, like I obviously love going home and seeing family. You know, home is only 2.5 hours away, but when you're driving that in a day or back-to-back days, 5 hours driving is annoying and it's not fun. It's like this really stupid in between where it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But you were pretty much always down to go back.
Yeah.
And after this experience, I'm like, I kind of get it. Like, I just fucking scrolled on my phone for 2 hours.
Yeah, it's so fun.
And then I was in a different city. So
think about
I
how
get
much
it.
2 dots you could play.
Think about how many times you could fail at level 259 or whatever.
500, James. Seriously, 500.
Oh, yeah.
I'm up there.
She's goated with the
593.
sauce when it comes to 2 dots.
If anybody knows how to beat level 593 on 2 dots, let me know.
And if you have the correct answer, as I did, which is to spend money.
I don't want to.
They're going to make you after a certain point. You got to spend money in free games.
And you think it's going to be 593?
That could be it. I mean, you've been playing that you've never spent any money on that?
No.
I always stop myself after if I get into a mobile game, which has only happened a few times, but Marvel Snap, Phobies was pretty sick.
I don't remember that one.
But I'll throw $5-10 at it if I've been playing for a few months. you gotta support them a little bit.
I watch the amount of ad dollars I have given them.
Sure.
I have watched 1,000 ads.
Yeah.
I have probably watched like 2,000 ads.
Damn.
From 2 dots.
Shout out.
Because every time I die, I gotta watch these fucking ads to get these
She's
lives.
dying a lot.
I know.
So if you beat one, that's no
you
lives
get 5,
up or down.
You get 5 lives.
Do they replenish over time?
You get 5 losses before you have to start watching ads.
Yeah. So okay.
Or you can basically wait, I think 30 minutes or something.
Right.
So the lives replenish every 15 or 30 minutes on their own.
Yeah. Okay.
And then if you want to keep playing more, you can watch ads. And you can also watch ads to get cool tricks. Like
little power-ups?
Little treats.
Yeah. Yeah, she calls them treats. Like in Mario Party, the little squares that you get, the cubes with the power-ups, the abilities.
It's a little special treat.
I love that. That's so good.
And so you can do that. And also it has all these little side games you can play. Like you can enter yourself into other mini competitions, which are mostly just playing 2 dots, but trying to beat people or do it faster than other people. And then you also get treats.
That's cool. I like that.
There was a bunch of different kinds.
Yeah.
You get power-ups and stuff.
Sweet.
But I can't beat my level, so I'm losing all my challenges. Like I'm losing, loser, big fat loser.
You are a big fat loser.
Yeah, it sucks.
Damn, Big Fat Liar. That is a good movie.
I haven't seen that in years. I would watch that.
I gotta add that to my list. Everyone laughed at me when I told them about my list in my head. Does anybody listening have a list of like 5 to 12 movies at a time that they're like, I need to rewatch that?
You don't have I thought you have a real list.
Not of the ones I want to rewatch. I have a list of movies I haven't seen. Actually, I transferred that to Letterboxd recently, which felt good because it was in like a fucking to-do app.
Totally.
But no, there's like...
You transfer that whole list?
No, I tried to. I probably only got like 100 of them. That was like 300 movies. But also I was like getting a bunch of random recommendations from like old coworkers, and some of those were kind of duds. So
right. Your coworkers have terrible taste.
Yeah. So, a couple on my list right now are John Tucker Must Die.
You've been wanting to watch that one.
I've been wanting to watch that one a lot. Flushed Away is kind of, I always want to rewatch that. I don't know why.
That's one that I feel like we watched kind of a lot.
I don't know why I like that movie so much.
It is really good.
It's a good one. We always joke that I watch Puss in Boots: The Last Wish too often, but I actually haven't seen that one in a few months, so I need to rewatch that.
A few months?
Probably like half a year now. But yeah, anyway.
I mean, I feel you. I have the same, but I just forget them instantly.
Oh, sure.
I have time every time.
I'm sure I do. So that's why it's kind of a dumb thing. They're like, okay, you just like that movie. I can hear you. That's fair.
There's like a ton of movies that I totally want to watch, but then by the time, if I get a night to myself and I actually sit down in front of the computer, take out the remote control, stop scrolling on TikTok, open up the TV, figure out what I'm going to watch, I draw a complete blank.
Yeah, you're like, what's a movie?
Yeah, I can't ever remember.
No, I hear you. That's funny.
So, it's tough.
It is tough.
That's why I got to have a real list.
That's the hardest part of life is like, damn.
Picking the movie.
That's one of my favorite memes. The guy's like looking down. He's like, I want to watch a movie. And then he has his eyes open with the red glowing. But I don't. It's so true.
Well, that's why I always make you choose. Even when we're at my parents' house, nobody wanted to choose. You choose.
Jeff chose this one, your dad. And it was great. The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar.
I really liked those.
I'm glad is the wrong word, but I was like 10 minutes into it. I was like,
cool. Seriously. Don't do that right now.
I was at 10 minutes in. I was like, is this Wes Anderson? Because if it's not, I'm going to be kind of annoyed.
No, for sure.
How hard this is, his style. And it was, which I didn't know going into. But yeah, that was great.
Yeah, that guy has one vibe.
He really does.
Like one.
But it's iconic. So
it is
can't
sick.
hit on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We watched all 4.
What were those? What were they called? Roald Dahl's short stories or something?
Yeah, it was the Roald Dahl collection or something. They were all made around the same time.
Really?
Like pretty much in tandem, it seems like. Cause
strange.
Ralph Fiennes was in most of them.
Yeah, they had big
Benedict
names.
Cumberbatch. The Henry Sugar one, which is the longest, was my favorite.
For sure, same.
And I think it's mainly because I think it just got the gimmick down the best.
Yeah.
Like the middle 2 ones, which were the Swan and
the Circus
and Ratcatcher.
Oh.
When
was the circus one?
The circus.
Wasn't that second?
Circus one? Was that?
The circus one was the guy who could see without. Oh, that was Henry Sugar.
No, that's Henry Sugar.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, I don't know. I really liked how they did the.
We should have fed these damn cats.
We probably should have. Hey, son. Henry Sugar just did the gimmick so well, and a couple of the middle ones were like, "This is just too much of like the Ratcatcher." This is a pretty specific like complaint, but it's like when they decided to use props versus not.
Sure, yeah.
It was like half the time they were like pretending, they were like miming it.
Yeah.
And then there would just be a prop, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I think these should have either stayed as stories, written stories, or like just make a move, just do
get
a movie.
Few more props.
Get a few more scenes of them actually doing these things rather than like doing and then I did this.
Well, I think I like that first one the best too because it really did that like play scene the whole time.
Yeah, that kind of gimmick is what I'm talking about.
Which was so cool.
Yeah, I thought that was great.
But yeah, no, I thought those were fun. I had never even heard of those.
I'd heard of Henry Sugar and I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
But I'd seen it. like the cover of it.
My dad's funny because when you do, he'll be like, I don't want to pick the movie. I don't want to pick the movie. But then when you do pick a movie and he doesn't want to watch it, he'll be kind of silent. And it's like, okay, I know you don't want to watch this, but you won't tell me what you do want to watch.
Oh, I think that's fine. I think that's honestly, it's like in a polite way. I could tell.
Just say you don't like it.
We had one thrown out there.
It was Conclave.
Oh yeah, and he was like, "Oh yeah," and I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna step back." I mean, I had been trying to tell him it's your birthday, you pick.
Yeah, I mean, he's not Catholic, never was, so I guess maybe watching a Catholic film on your birthday.
Sure, so fair.
Feels boring.
No, he made a great decision. I liked those movies,
but it's such a culturally relevant film.
They got so. I mean, maybe I don't know what the Pope's health issues were if they were telegraphing his
the
death.
man was old. I'm sure they were kind of like, any day now.
Right. But yeah, Conclave.
Couldn't have gotten more lucky with that one.
Yeah, he got a perfect little run, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I always end up like this. Pope. How do you stay up there?
You just got to be on your haunches, honey.
You always say that. I hate being on my haunches.
Yeah, we have a Chicago Pope.
Oh, wow. It's kind of fun up here.
Cool thing about the Chicago Pope.
Yeah. Pretty sick.
He's pretty mid, but...
I heard he's homophobic, so...
He's probably had a glizzy.
That... I mean, yeah. You have to assume.
Which is cool. It's so funny, all the memes that came out of that, because everybody's just kind of running around Chicago being like, I wonder if the Pope had this smash burger.
Yeah. That's good.
I wonder if the Pope has had this exact glass of wine.
Probably has.
The body of Christ.
But yeah, we got to still see that Conclave.
I know, it's on the list, the proverbial list.
It's on my real list.
I started adding a list of to watch movies on my, like I was doing it kind of around the award season on my Letterboxd, and I haven't really kept up with that.
Yeah. Actually, I don't even know if it's actually on that watch list, but I need to add it.
Did you rate all of the Roald Dahl shorts?
I actually just rated Henry Sugar. I didn't even look up the other ones.
Yeah.
Gave it a nice 4 out of 5.
Okay.
I really liked it.
Generous.
It was good.
Even though you were so uncomfortable on the couch, you still had a good time?
Holy shit. I was so uncomfortable.
Why? That couch is comfortable.
I don't know.
You're being so antsy about it.
Yeah. The fire is really nice, but I always sit in that spot on those couches where I'm the closest and I'm like a little too hot, and then you want to like put your feet up on me because we don't have that much room.
Right.
And then I get even hotter. And then I'm in your little fucking tiny high school ass sweatpants because I forgot mine. And I'm fucking uncomfortable.
Well, perhaps you should start traveling home with more than a backpack.
Yeah. No, those are all my fault. And yeah.
Something to consider.
For sure.
We also started watching Overcompensating.
Yes, when we got home.
Almost finished it all in one sitting.
Yeah, it's really good. I like it.
It is really good. And I wasn't sure what I thought about it at first.
Me neither.
No offense, Benito Skinner, if you happen to be listening to my podcast.
He's totally listening. The scene where, spoiler alert, skip ahead.
No, you're going to do a spoiler?
Just a tiny one.
Okay.
When they're going to the club, if he had gone up, that was like the moment I was like, oh yeah, this rocks.
Yeah.
He goes and hangs out with the friend instead.
Yeah.
I thought that was great. And it just cemented like them being kind of like the focus, and I really like the two mains friendship.
Some of the like I know they're making fun of bro culture and all these things.
Yeah.
Some of that is honestly so insane to me. It's like a little over the top in a way that I'm like, I am having a hard time watching it.
Sure, that part's pretty crazy because like I was a guy in college and none of my guy friends were really that douchey, but I don't think your sister's boyfriend is going up to you, you better get laid or you're a fucking loser.
Yeah.
It's like
some of it just feels pretty unrealistic.
Yeah.
Which I'm supposed to. I mean, it's supposed to be mocking the whole. But some of it I'm like, well, okay.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're really we're leaning into that one.
Right.
Pretty hard.
But I respect it. Yeah. Good vibes all around.
No, but it's so good. And Benny's such a good actor. I believe it every second.
He's good. Yeah. He's quality.
Him using his like straight voice is pretty funny.
I love that. He nails that. And I like Adam DeMarco as an asshole.
Yeah, he's doing that well.
Yeah.
Like I hate him, kind of.
Yeah, he's doing a good job.
Totally. No, but I love it. I love watching TV. It's so fun.
Yay! Hell yeah.
Loving Hacks. Really close to being done with Hacks.
Oh, man. I saw that it's the last season, and that's crazy. But
I know.
It just keeps getting better and better. And if they do end on a high note, I think that's super, what's the word? Admirable.
Totally.
We've talked about it before, but yeah. It's hard to just let it go.
I know. Ugh, I'll be sad to see it go, but I get it. I do get it.
Yeah.
And like, free them up to do something else cool.
Dude, being on a show sounds insane.
Totally.
It's like 12 years of your life sometimes.
100%.
What's that girl in Grey's? She's been doing that shit for 20 years.
I don't think she knows who she is anymore. Like, she's Meredith Grey.
Yeah.
Like, truly. Even
right.
she kind of knows that, I think.
Yeah, I saw her quote that was like, this wouldn't make sense.
Well, she's like, the show wouldn't make sense. Yeah.
No, she said it wouldn't make sense in my career or financially. Like, right. She's like, I'm getting mine right now.
No, totally. And respect.
No, for sure. Yeah.
So, yeah, love TV, having so much fun watching it.
Wow. We're unique in that way.
Right. I do think I think next on the list, maybe we have to watch Severance.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I want to participate in the discourse. I want to be part of it.
Yeah, man. We could also be 20 years late to Sopranos like we've been planning to.
Okay, true. Two intense, excuse me, 1 second.
Yeah.
2 intense shows at once.
2 intense shows. I think we had one other one that we were trying to watch too.
Another intense one. I need to get back on my Handmaid's Tale grind, but I gotta be honest. We're doing a lot of that stuff IRL.
I'm good on that. I just saw one actually that's coming out now, or I think it's the first season, but it's called Adults. Have you seen any of those ads? It has one of the it has the gay guy from Overcompensating.
Yeah.
Who's
it has other people that are like TikTok stars, TikTok comedians.
But from the clips I saw, it looked like a good time. If we need another chill one,
totally.
After Overcompensating and Hacks,
it is all about balance after all.
Exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself. Wow.
Well, should we get into your good, bad, ugly?
Let's do it.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, I'm super nervous. This is just crazy nerve-wracking. All right, my good is, I don't know if this is the right way to put it, but C-tier sports.
Okay.
So we're talking bowling.
Okay,
We're talking darts.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking shuffleboard. Shuffleboard's like fucking D, T, F tier maybe, but it's, and I mean that in like popularity or like respect that they get.
Yeah.
You know, I was trying to see where these ones that I'm talking about are at because I was going to call them B tier sports. But that's like, you know, in different circles, that's like lacrosse.
Well, yeah.
Or like some random shit like that, which that's
Ultimate
a sport.
Frisbee.
Rugby. Oh, yeah, that one's in between. Yeah, that one's a little lower. So these might be D tier.
To me, those are all like also like bar sports.
Sure.
Bar games.
Yeah.
There's somewhere in between a sport and a game.
I wonder if bowling is there. Any game is any sport is a game.
While you bowl.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, those are awesome. We've been playing a little bit of darts on the roof.
Yeah,
it's been super fun.
Something for me about those is I just have to play one time, find out that I'm halfway decent, and then
for real,
turns out I love it.
You're so funny.
That happened to me with bowling and now darts.
I have been begging to go bowling. You're like, that's fine. We don't have to do that. You can go do that by yourself. And then what was it? We went to Magda's birthday. And you're like, oh, shit, I kind of snapped.
No, I think we first went bowling in Madison. It was at Schwegler's, and it was with
that
your
Christmas?
Friends. Yeah.
Yeah, when we saw Ben and Chris.
Yeah.
Oh, that was when you did good?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, shit.
Yeah, it turns out I snapped. I love bowling.
It's so fun. I love those types of games. I wish I could do them more. I don't know. Shuffleboard's fun, but I'm not very good at it.
Yeah, same.
Darts, I want to just keep playing, man. And we have like, you know, obviously shout out to the girls who got us the dart board. It's like a cork board with the real darts.
Yeah, we're doing it the real way.
Oh no, we're not fucking around. It just feels so good to let that thing go. I regret saying that.
Totally. No, I mean, it is so fun, and it is a great way to get up on the roof and just spend a quick, 30 minutes to an hour outside.
100%.
They are fun at bars. I think it's also important to have, sometimes you do want a game. You want something to be able to do while you're drinking.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Bowling, however, every single time without fail, I snap off my entire thumbnail.
Yeah.
So we gotta figure that out.
Even pool. Pool is really fun.
Pool, I have not hit my stride with ever and don't like it still.
Yeah, I think it shows a lot about your character that the only thing you want to do is something you're good at.
I think most people fall victim to that, okay?
Not really willing to just like give things a chance or do things for fun. You gotta be good at it.
It's so much more fun to do something if you're already good at it.
Oh, for sure.
Makes it 10 times easier.
Yeah, I hear you. It's just kind of,
And how much fun is it to win? So fun.
For somebody what did we call you? You're a sore everything. You're just sore. You're not a sore loser. You're a sore winner or something.
Well, I am not competitive.
Yes.
But I am a sore loser.
Right. That's what it was. I think that was with Dylan. You were talking about that.
Yeah.
A while ago. But yeah, no, I love a little thing to get lost in. I mean, even like, even like kickball or whatever. And, these like rec leagues.
That's kind of a B tier sport.
Yeah.
Maybe C.
Yeah. It's just fun.
Totally.
It's just so fun.
I hate kickball, and I'm really against it.
Kickball was kind of frustrating because if you are me and live here in Logan Square and you have to drive not that far. Well, actually, that place wasn't that bad. But just if you have to drive a little bit or like take the bus somewhere and then you play for like, you actually like do something on the fields for like 5 minutes total.
Sure.
It's like, okay.
Kickball, I would rather not ever have to do anything. I think the nice thing about the kind of sports you were talking about at first is they're all solo. Like you are just yourself. You can be on a team or whatever, like if you want, but it's not really like that.
Yeah.
Versus like if you're out on a field and a ball is coming to you specifically and your teammates are like, that's you have to catch it. That particular scenario is my worst nightmare.
Yeah, that's your hell for sure. You're not into team sports.
No thanks.
Yeah.
I love sort of like individual performance.
Right. Trying to beat your time in cross country. I hear you.
Okay, well, which one's your fave?
Ooh, I don't know. They're all really different. If I had to like just do one kind of forever, maybe I'd hit them with darts.
Okay.
Darts has been really fun, and it's also kind of like I like that there's variety.
Sure, you can play.
I don't know. Pool's really fun. That's a tough one. I think I'd love them all.
I think personally, I love bowling
because you did well.
Bowling is
it's all
fun.
Making sense. It's so fun.
It's really fun.
The vibes, it's just such a good vibe too.
It's so like retro.
Yeah, and it just feels so silly.
I love the shoes.
Also, another thing which we've been talking about on and off the pod a lot recently is just like digital life feels so meaningless in a way.
Oh, for sure.
And like I don't know if I've talked about this on the pod, but I think probably in one of the Patreon episodes. Oh, Substack. Not Patreon. Substacks. I hope you guys all. We should probably re-record the outro. We'll do that for next season. Anyway, I've been writing for like my daily to-dos and like a tiny bit of journaling in a physical notebook, and it just feels so good to do something and like watch it materialize in the real world.
Yeah.
And I think these are kind of similar. It's like just anything with your hands off of the fucking computer. I mean, totally. I love the computer. You know me. I am on I love the computer, but I just need to be offline sometimes.
No, yeah, I think it's important, and it is increasingly hard to get myself to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
So many of my hobbies are digital. So much of I work on the computer.
My entire work is on the computer.
My life is on the computer.
That's right.
And it's awesome on there. There's so much cool stuff. There's also tons of bad things. And It's just also so nice to set it down for a while. It's
so ever present and just all consuming. And I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's good for that.
Okay. Let's do your bad.
My bad. What did I say? Oh, yeah. Phones needing cases is my bad.
Says the guy without a case.
Says the guy without a case. And it's not like I've dropped it or anything, but my case was getting shitty. Which is also crazy because Samantha got us these and they were kind of expensive and they broke in like a year. So that's really whack.
A year is a long time.
No, it's not. But anyway, especially for something like a phone, which is just in nature or inherently used every day, constantly. I don't think phones, obviously with kind of like the design and everything that we're going for with touchscreens should live up to the Nokia brick phone that you could throw. And we used to do this. We were actually talking about that this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We used to literally like throw it up as high as we could, and then it would drop onto cement and it'd be like, look, it works still. And it works completely fine. Obviously, that's not what I'm aiming for, but it should be able to like be dropped from pocket height.
For sure.
You know, it should be able to withstand more cracks than this. And it's like, it feels really good to hold it without it.
I mean, iPhones are so sexy for sure.
They are. And it just sucks that the default is that they expect me to, first of all, buying something on top of it.
Yeah.
Is maybe more so.
And they want you to get a warranty.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy.
It's because they can make a quick buck off of you. I will say, I buy into phone case culture. I think your phone case says so much about who you are.
And I get that. I think it's cool to have a little bit of way to express yourself.
Yeah. How fun is that?
I don't know. I think it's just crazy. And I get, like, these are actually not cheap to produce. Like, they're using really high quality stuff. So, you know, maybe that's just too tall of an order. But... that's my bad.
And with all the touchscreen and all that jazz, like, I don't know how any of that technology works, but maybe it has to be kind of thin. But I don't know.
Those screens are really expensive, apparently.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And I'm on like the 12 right now.
Yeah.
So maybe the newer ones are more.
I have nightmares about having cracked my phone.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it sucks.
It's the worst feeling in the world.
I don't even have one of those little screen protectors on like I usually do.
And having a cracked iPhone is so embarrassing.
Yeah.
You're a slob, you're careless, you're lazy, you're a loser. It says so much about you.
Yeah, you don't care about this really expensive thing that you have.
Totally.
What the hell?
Or you're too broke to fix it, which would be
broke
me
boy.
if I cracked mine. No, I know. And it is kind of dumb. Like, well, I mean, there are like obviously cases for laptops. There are cases for your AirPods. Like everything can have a case if you want it to, but it is kind of silly. But like your phone, you kind of need one. Like I have had instances where my phone has literally fallen from like a car seat down to the sidewalk.
Same.
And it has shattered.
Right. I'm like, what?
So dumb.
Excuse me?
And then your life sucks for the foreseeable future until you have $800.
Yeah, they're like thousands now, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't even want to look it up.
No, straight up.
Yeah. Not much else to say on that one. Sorry, but that's bad.
Well, we do have to get you a new phone case.
Well,
I think we should do another one. We got Casetify last time. They're worth it.
Are they?
Has your phone cracked the entire time you had it?
Why would I know?
And they're cute. And get this, they're made out of recycled materials.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Isn't that so awesome?
That's pretty sick.
So basically, we're being super circular about it.
Yeah. No, it all feeds into itself. It's a giant machine, but it's perfect.
Everything about it is awesome. And you're ugly.
And my ugly is letting your kids have headphones on in public.
Have we not talked about that on the pod?
No, I've been telling. That's like the only one I've really ever like let you know beforehand. I think that is just the craziest thing. I think it's ruining the world.
Totally.
Truly. I really do. Like we already have problems where our neighbors we don't talk to our neighbors.
Yeah.
I've talked about that on the pod for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so sad. And let's continue the rest of this conversation with obviously the big caveat. I am not talking about kids who have sensory issues and need to have headphones on to, because that's like
to function.
Yeah. There's that. I'm sure that's a pretty good alternative to like the big headphones, which are really visible. Maybe they get to play the background noises or whatever in the AirPods if they're using those. But most of these kids, and what I'm talking about is like you're out in public shopping or like even at dinner. I've seen it. And it's like, why the fuck are you letting your kid dissociate like that?
I mean, for sure.
It is insane to me. It is just so crazy that they're hanging out. They can't spend a day with their family out in public without their AirPods in.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
No, totally. I think that I feel two ways about that because on the one hand, I'm like, well, if my kid's a loser, I wouldn't really want to talk to him either.
Yeah, actually, sure. I didn't really, that one didn't really cross my mind, actually. That is hilarious.
So whatever, keep him busy. But
oh my God.
But also, he probably is a loser.
Because you're letting him.
Yeah, because he's not really like properly socialized.
For sure. No, right. Like it is so important to socialize your kids from the little I know, and I'm acting like I know shit, but get them out of there.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I know.
It blows my mind.
Well, and then I also just feel like it sets them up to be so bad in school and just like, you know, they're not paying attention. Kids these days like have AirPods in during class and like don't even listen.
They have AirPods in during class. ChatGPT is writing their papers. Are any of them going to be able to do anything?
No, that's what I'm saying. And like, I don't even know. Like, I'm not going to be able to go to the doctor in a few years because they're all going to be complete idiots.
For fucking real.
Like, I don't even know how that's going to work.
Yeah, we're effed for sure.
Yeah. So at a certain point, like, I think we just have to give it up. We have to give up.
No, right.
Toss the cards in. We had fun playing. Seriously.
Yeah. The generation above us ruined us. We can't buy a house. Generation below us is just going to be on TikTok.
No one will take care of us.
Yeah, they're going to be too busy doing vlogs to save our lives.
I know, we're screwed. Oh my God. And you got to wonder, like, if they'll wake up and realize it or what is going to happen. Like, we're just nobody, there's just not going to be any employable people.
Right.
I don't know.
It's going to be weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay, I suppose only
like, we
time
always,
will tell.
you know, I feel like everyone in our generation 10 years ago was like, oh yeah, let the boomers die. Republicanism will die with them. All this nasty over patriotism. And then it's like these kids like Andrew Tate. So it's like, whoa, we're fucked.
Completely.
Yeah.
Well, and you have to wonder too, like, will the way that we educate just change? Like when I think about you, even you're self-taught on so many things. Like you like to learn on your own and you like to learn via the internet, which is where they all are.
So true. Like everything I've gotten paid for in my adult life, I've learned by myself.
Yeah. So like maybe there is still hope, but it's like you can't really. That's good for the kind of work that you and I do.
Sure.
You can't really become a general surgeon by watching YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you could get relatively far, but I think you got to just kind of be practicing.
Yeah, maybe like get a degree.
Totally. And
no, it's a weird landscape.
It's pretty strange.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect, and it's tough. And like Chat GPT and that kind of like the dilemmas it introduces as far as like writing papers.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are a lot of ways around that, make them write it in class. I think our teaching methods should honestly evolve and adapt and use it in the best ways possible.
Yeah.
Because, there's a lot of hate for Chat GPT or whatever, and I get that, and I understand that there are energy implications. I've seen some studies that it's a bit of I don't know what the word is, but it's not as big of a deal yet. And
I think it's a big deal, but so is every single other thing that we do on the internet. Like scrolling on TikTok takes an absolutely insane amount of data. That's video.
And you're doing that for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah. Sometimes for me, a good 3-4 hours I'm clocking.
So humans will evolve, I think, to be able to use energy more efficiently. I don't know anything about any of that. I should ask my brother. That's his whole career. But anyway,
True.
For example, I'm using ChatGPT to like literally coach me on how to like be coding my new game, and it is really helpful.
No, totally.
So I think I've maybe complained about it on here before, but like schools in general are just shitty because they've got one person trying to teach 30 completely unique kids.
Yeah, everybody has a different learning style.
Yeah, so I think it's good in that way.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I love my ChatGPT, and I know that that's not a popular opinion, but I find it so useful for so many things. Yeah. And like, I think that, yes, when it comes to like replacing creativity, to me, that's like the icky part. I don't
totally.
think
that sucks. Yeah.
I don't think that that's good, but it has been so helpful for so many things that I've needed to learn or do.
Yeah.
And I think it can be a catalyst to creativity in many ways that people don't necessarily give it credit for. I agree with that. I think you're allowed to use the resources that are available to you in many situations. I mean, for writing a paper, it reminds me of back to like, don't use Wikipedia. Yeah. Like it reminds me of that. Sure. And that's fair. And I remember that being such the rule. Don't use Wikipedia. That's not an actual source. Go cite your sources. And I feel like that's pretty similar. Like you can probably find, it's not very good at research yet, in my opinion. Okay. you can probably find some data on ChatGPT, but ChatGPT itself is not a source. So then you need to go find where ChatGPT got that information from,
and it
verify it, and it cites things. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
And then like do the work. I mean, that to me is like, that's really a glorified Google search, and you're probably getting better results.
It is for sure. Yeah, no, that's such a good point about Wikipedia. I remember that really early days of computers, even.
Yeah.
Like we were in early middle school. That was such a big thing, and that was just gone by the time 100% by the time we exited high school.
Yeah.
Like that was just like, no, you go to Wikipedia,
find the source,
and you find the source. It's like just a way to do it. You shouldn't be quoting it. But.
Well, and I think the problem is that so many people, and I'm even guilty of this, like I catch myself like literally telling straight up lies because of something that I saw on the internet. And it's totally. You need to do the work of going to figure out if what you're saying or reading is true. Yeah,
exactly. So true. Like that it applies to a social media post or ChatGPT. Yeah, totally.
I think there have been 2 instances this year where I have been like, it's Beyonce's birthday. First, I said her birthday was the other day, and then I said her birthday was the same as mine. I don't know what is going on, but everywhere I'm getting this false information about when Beyonce's birthday is, and I am spreading it. I am telling everybody I know.
You are the problem.
And I'm learning, I think Beyonce's a Taurus. Her birthday's her birthday's in like September.
Somebody definitely got your ass immediately. They're like, no.
Beyonce's a Taurus.
Yeah.
I was like,
you were saying that at the dinner.
That woke me up, and it's important to be put in your place sometimes because I'm not fact checking.
Yeah, you're just saying shit.
I'm just saying shit.
For sure. One last thing I'll say about it is also, it reminds me of kind of like Eric Andre has a quote about taking, antidepressants and like how you could argue it's not a natural thing to do, but we do not live in a natural world is what he said. And I really like that quote. It kind of reminds me of that. It's like, dude, look at the job market. I'm trying to just survive. If this is something that, teaches me how to do something or helps me, it's definitely coping or whatever, a coping mechanism for me to say anything like that, but it's pretty true in some ways.
Yeah. It's just like it's not going anywhere. So it feels to me like you get with it or you get left behind, kind of.
As far as like the art side of things go, one of my coworkers, art director guy, he has been around for a while. He's like in his 50s, and he uses AI in certain things, and he's like, dude, people said the same thing about Photoshop. Like generative is definitely, like, certain aspects of generative AI art are definitely too far in my opinion and don't really count, but there's a good chunk of things that use AI training, and I've talked about that on I can never say that. I've talked about that on this pod before, but a lot of things that people call AI aren't AI. They're just like a really good algorithm that is not then taking that data and going through any type of machine learning. But anyway, there's so much that can be done that does make me kind of understand it through that Photoshop reference lens, like,
oh, for sure.
It's just another new thing. And it's like what you just said. So, but yeah, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I know everybody's all up in arms about it, and I understand that some pieces of it are scary. I also think there are so many things about it that probably can be used maliciously, and like already totally. Sam Altman or whatever his name is, like Papa AI.
Yeah.
Is like out trying to sell it to Saudi Arabia or something. So it's
sure.
like there's definitely like some weird surveillance-y things that I think it will be used for that are certainly scary. And then, does it suck that, kids can't figure out that writing is important enough to do it on your own? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But, like any new development like this, it's going to have tons of plus sides and tons of downsides.
So true, yeah. Yeah, biggest thing since the internet, technology-wise.
And I think it's really, it is so silly how much it is infiltrating the marketing world.
Yeah, totally.
And like everybody's talking about it. Like it is just so the thing right now.
Yeah.
So many people are scared of it. So many people are embracing it. So many people are embracing it in ways that are silly and not the proper way. And like,
I agree.
So it's so interesting how people are choosing to incorporate it, talk about it, figure it out, or if they're choosing to be fearful of it.
Yeah. And it could have been, just like the circles of people that my last company were trying to get funding from for like larger video games, but a lot of them like wanted some type of use of AI because it was just the hot thing to do.
Yeah.
And that's so interesting how much it like affects that kind of any industry.
Totally.
I mean, gaming makes sense of how, it's technology based, but yeah, it's crazy.
I know. It is wild. We're entering a new era.
100%.
And we'll have to see. I think it'll be a while before we understand like the role that it will play in our lives.
Yeah. I wonder if we'll see some type of iRobot shit in our lifetime, but we'll see.
Well, who knows if we'll even know that long. Maybe we'll have robot doctors.
Yeah, there we go. They they did surgery on a grape, so.
A robot did surgery on a grape?
Never mind. That's like a 10-year-old meme reference.
Okay. I must not be that deep on the internet.
No, you're not.
I'm somewhere else. My internet algorithm is different than yours.
Maybe I made like one person laugh with that.
Okay. Report back.
Yeah.
Seriously. Anyway, is your hater mode activated today?
No, not today.
It's not?
No, feeling good.
Really?
Yeah, I'm feeling chilling.
Okay. Maybe same. I can't really decide. I am going to enter hater mode if I can't figure out what dresses I want to wear to these weddings.
Shit, sir, if you can't beat this goddamn level.
Yeah, 2 Dots is definitely harshing my mellow these days. The thing is, I'm like still having fun playing the level.
Really?
Somehow.
That's crazy.
But I really want to be done.
Have you ever had one take you this long?
I don't think so.
What about Bricks and Balls? You had one that you were working on for like a year.
Bricks and Balls, I'm on a really hard level right now, and I was playing it every time. So the thing about 2 Dots is you can't like watch the ads and get new lives when you don't have internet, of course.
Yeah.
And so when I'm on the airplane, I can only play my 5 games of 2 Dots, and then I actually have to wait the proper amount of time.
Shit.
And I love playing phone games while I listen to my podcasts and I'm flying.
Interesting.
And so then usually I'll play 2 Dots, and then I'll have to switch over to Bricks and Balls once I run out of lives.
Yeah.
And I'm on this level of Bricks and Balls, and one, I didn't have my AirPods, so I actually wasn't listening to podcasts on this journey home.
Okay.
And so already I'm doing it without a soundtrack. Vibes are just a little bit more off.
Yeah.
And so I'm playing silent Bricks and Balls on a level I don't even like. And every time that I went back to 2 Dots, it was like barely a minute had passed. And I was just getting so pissed off. And the flight was long, and I just really wanted to be home.
That's so funny.
So Bricks and Balls hasn't been lighting up my life in the same way that 2 Dots has.
Sure. Damn, that's funny.
I need to get some more games. I might re-download Candy Crush. It might be that time.
Damn.
Yeah.
I was thinking we sound like fucking old heads on this podcast. Okay, mom, grandma.
I love phone games. If anybody has any good phone games that you recommend, especially if they're at all in any way similar to 2 Dots, let me know. Yeah. I don't even know what kind of game is that. 2 Dots honestly has very Candy Crush-esque.
Yeah, it's hyper casual games. Okay,
what's that?
Just what it sounds like.
But I'm talking even the movements, like the goals of the game.
Sure. You would like Push and Pop. You played that one?
Mm-mm.
My friend was telling me about it. I just downloaded it.
Okay.
As a reference for some stuff we're making. We're kind of making, pretty. It's in between hyper casual and arcade is what I'm working on right now.
Your game reminds me of games I've played before on like an iPad, but not so much on my phone. Yeah,
we'll see. Right now, don't know if it'll 100% be on the phone, but maybe eventually.
It's epic. That's epic.
So epic.
Crazy cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks for chatting with me.
Anytime.
So fun to hang out like this.
Yes. Oh, for you, anything.
And guys, seriously, something to think about is there's only 1 episode left in the season.
Yes.
Season 9.
Wow.
We're going to do something crazy cool for season 10. I don't know what it is yet.
What? Oh, yeah. Get ready.
We're going to do something crazy cool because 10 seasons is nuts.
10 seasons is crazy.
10 seasons is really sick and awesome, and I'm excited. And we're just making big moves this year. We moved over to Substack, and so I'm going to tell you guys again, if you want to hang out on the break 2 months without me, that's a long time.
Yep.
You can sign up for my Substack, and if you sign up for the paid subscription, you'll get access to all of my monthly bonus episodes.
That's right, and I'm there.
And James is there if you want more FaceTime with James. Huge opportunity for the James heads in the audience.
Do not pass this up.
And yeah, so that's kind of where we're going to be. If you sign up for the free version of my Substack, basically all you get is my newsletter, but it's beautiful and I write awesome things in there. And
great writer, this girl.
Yeah, that's me. I've been doing a lot of writing practice, so I'm improving.
She's getting really good.
I'm getting so good. I've been journaling.
Yeah.
I've been having fun. Writing is so fun. I love it.
It is.
So, and honestly, hey, tell that to the high schoolers.
That's right.
Writing is fun, you guys.
Hey, guys.
Sometimes. I know it's not everybody's vibe, and it takes some getting used to, like,
yeah,
especially kind of just like free writing.
Yeah.
But it's so fun, and it's such a good way to process thoughts, emotions, feelings, etc.
Totally.
So, yeah.
Go crazy.
Go nuts. But seriously, sign up for the Substack.
Yeah.
And if you haven't, rate and review my show, because that just means so much to me. And if I see you in real life, I'll give you a little smooch.
Watch on YouTube.
Yeah, subscribe to my YouTube. In fact, do a little bit of everything.
Hit that bell.
Find something to do and do it and report back.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, take it upon yourselves.
Yeah. And we're just giving you a few options, a few thoughtful options.
But you could go above and beyond.
Yeah. Yeah, and I should start a little checklist of if you get them all, you get a prize.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
I think that's what people are looking for, is more things that they need to do.
Yeah.
More things on their to-do list.
I got a little list.
Yeah.
And I'd be happy to send it your way. And we're going to have sick prizes. Crazy cool prizes. And we're going to do something real big and special for season 10.
Oh, the cats are going crazy. It might be time for dinner.
No, totally. We got to feed these fuckers. So we're going to go.
All right.
Thanks for chatting. Love you so much. Juicy, love you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.